So a lot of people have been asking, what are the changes to Social Security going to be like in 2022? Well, I want to address that in today's video. First off, what you need to understand is more than 70 million people receive Social Security here in the United States. With those 70 million people, each one of them is impacted with these subtle changes. Some are fairly big, some are pretty small, but in today's video, I want to address 3 of the main changes we're going to see regarding Social Security moving into 2022. Now, I want to also take the time to address this because I know a lot of people are trying to figure this out, trying to figure out what are the changes, and don't have the time like I do to go through article after article and piece by piece, look at all the different information that's out there. So I've done that for you and put this into a very simple to follow little guide. Now, let's jump right into it. First, what are the major changes? Well, and again, let me know if you have something that you are looking into, you want some additional questions answered regarding Social Security or really anything, put your questions down in the comment section below and I'll answer your questions as I get to them. But let's address the major changes. The first one is the cost of living adjustment, or COLA. It was 1.3% for 2021, and in 2022, it's going to jump to 5.9%. That's a major jump. But this isn't just a thank you or a, here's some more money. This is due to the cost increases of things like food, gas, rent, right? Medications, all these things, healthcare. It's all so expensive right now. That's the reason we're seeing a 5.9% cost of living adjustment. It's order to help you and pretty much pay you because of the inflation that we've seen. So it's fairly substantial, but again, this is why we saw such a large boost in the cost of living adjustment. But let's talk about some other facts here. Right now, the average retirement beneficiary in 2021 receives about $1,513. In 2022, this amount is actually going to go up. This amount is going to be about $1,605 or roughly $92 extra per month. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, that's pretty good, $92, but just understand the majority of that money, I think about 50% of people that are on Social Security benefits are going to either lose all that money or at least half of that money just because of things like Medicare, right? And other costs, other fees that you have to pay when you're on Social Security. So just understand that you are not going to be receiving all $92 extra per month. A lot of that is going to go towards Medicare, especially Medicare Part B. Now, here's something else you need to understand. Even though Social Security right now, the benefits are going up, and this is seen as a good thing, many experts argue that their calculations are still extremely flawed, and here's the reason why. In 1940, the life expectancy at 65 years old was an additional 14 years. Today, in 2021, the life expectancy for a 65-year-old is an additional 20 plus years. So, here's the reason why some are saying this is extremely flawed. Right now, they are still using similar calculations. The calculations have not changed all that much, but the main thing, we're expected to live longer. So some people could technically live or outlive their benefits. So this is why this is a huge issue, and this is why some are saying this is, again, the main reason why Social Security is expected to become insolvent by 2034. That's coming up. That is coming up, and some people say that if they do not have Social Security benefits at 100%, because if Social Security becomes insolvent, it doesn't mean they're broke. It doesn't mean they are not going to be able to pay out benefits, but they're going to pay out about 75% of your benefits as opposed to 100%, which they're paying out right now. So a lot of issues, but this is currently where things are at. And this is why we're seeing these changes coming up in 2022 and potentially a little bit further down the line. Now, if you're not sure how much you're supposed to be getting every single month, the start of December is when all these things will now be put into place on the Social Security Administration's website. So visit the SSA website and you can see all the details there for your particular age and everything in between. So make sure you go and check that out. Now, here's the other big change. Now, these aren't in any order based on, oh, this is the biggest change and the smallest. No, I'm just putting these changes out there. Here's the other one. The earning limits were actually increased. Now, when you're on Social Security, you can work, okay? You may know this, you may not, but when you're on Social Security and you're receiving Social Security benefits, you can work. They allow you to work. However, if you make over a certain dollar amount, that is where things get a little bit fuzzy. And for every dollar you make over, they actually take off some of your benefits. So that earning limit has increased, and here's how much it's increased. And again, if you want to work, go ahead and work. If you feel like you can work and you want to, do it. If not, that's completely fine. But here's what we know. Anybody not at full retirement age of 67, you can make up to roughly $19,500 in 2022. In 2021, that current limit is $18,960. So you're gonna make about close to $550 extra per year. Not a lot, but it's a little bit of a boost, okay? Now, that income, okay, any income that you make over that $18,960 currently or $19,500 in 2022, any money that you make over that, for every dollar, okay, it will be reduced by $1 for every $2 you make over that, okay? So let's say in 2022, you make $19,502. Well, your benefits would be reduced by $1. So you're just losing about 50%. So if you are, and that is if you are not yet full retirement age, and the way you figure out full retirement age is you have to turn 67 the year before, okay? So just keep that in mind, full retirement age, okay? Now, here's what you need to understand. If you are full retirement age, you will lose $1 for every $3 that you make over that limit. In 2021, that limit is $50,520. However, in 2022, the income limit is going to jump to $51,960. So you get about additional $1,440 per year that you can make extra. That's a little bit over $100 per month. So that right there is a little bit bigger. That right there could actually get more people to come back into the workforce and really help out the economy again, because right now we're struggling. We are struggling to make sure that our economy stays afloat and we make sure that we get everybody back to work. Our supply chain issues, they kind of settle down, and well, you obviously know what's going on as well. But here's the other big change when it comes to Social Security in 2022. We are actually going to see a wage-based limit increase, okay? Now you're probably thinking, what's a wage-based limit increase, or what's a wage-based limit? Here's what it is. In 2021, workers, they had to pay 6.2% of their income in order to pay for Social Security. The worker has to pay 6.2%, and the employer has to match it at 6.2% as well. If you're self-employed, you owe the full 12.4%. Well, I can tell you right now is that limit, that tax right there, the Social Security tax, that's not going to change. It's going to be 6.2%. And that's probably going to be what's going to be for the foreseeable future. But here's the big change. The big change comes from the wage-based limit. The wage-based limit is, okay, up to what wage, up to what income can somebody earn before they are not taxed Social Security taxes? Well, in 2021, that wage base was $142,800. Pretty good amount of income. But in 2022, that wage base limit actually goes up $4,200. It goes up to $147,000. So just understand, even though it's going to be $147,000, that could bring in an additional $580.80 additionally per person that's making up to $147,000 per year. And according to a recent study, let me just break this down. there are about 330 million Americans here in the United States. 50 million households currently make between $100,000 and $149,999 per year, and more than 26 million households make between $150,000 and $199,000 per year. Now, estimates show, according to the reports recently, that about 12 million high-income earners or earning households are going to be paying more this year or this coming year than the current year, simply because of this wage-based increase. That's it. So the good news is Social Security is going to get a little bit of the funds are going to be getting a little bit of a boost because of this. Cost of living adjustment, yes, this does play a huge factor into this, but according to multiple reports, some are saying that for 2023 and 2024, we could potentially not see an increase at all. So just expect things are going to look a little bit interesting over the next year or two. So as I know more regarding what is going on with Social Security, I promise I'll come back on and bring you the latest news and updates. One thing I do recommend is make sure you follow the channel, make sure you go hit that like button, but also subscribe so I can keep you up to date on everything that's going on with Social Security, whatever President Biden is doing, what's going on with Congress, what the Senate is potentially going to pass. But again, I will break all that stuff down in this channel. So again, if you can, do me a favor, go ahead, subscribe so you can stay up to date on everything that's going on, and I'll see you guys on the next one.